Hey there, in this video I will show you why the brand new Nokia 3.4 is probably one of the best ultra value phones you can currently get. The number one has to be the price of the Nokia 3.4. I was able to get this Nokia 3.4 delivered to me next day with express courier for only £99 in UK. And for that price, this phone has to be probably the cheapest, actually decent phone that you can get, which is actually of really good quality. And talking about the build quality, the number two is the build quality of this Nokia 3.4. The build quality on this phone is simply excellent. It feels extremely durable in hands and very solid. All the buttons on it feel really nice. It doesn't really feel like a cheap phone at all. Actually, some of the more expensive phones feel worse than this one. And Nokia has done a really great job on this phone. By the way, you even get a headphone jack, which you don't really get on flagship phones. You get really good, decent fast charging, and the screen on this phone is really good. On this price point, you are actually probably not able to find a better screen than this on this price point. And the speakers on this phone are good. It only has one speaker, but it's very good speaker indeed. So, and yeah, the screen brightness is very decent, and yeah, the build quality on this phone is very good. Nothing creaks or bends on this phone. By the way, if you want to see the full durability test on this phone, check out my channel where I have posted a bend test and stuff like that. And in short, it's extremely durable phone. Number three has to be the overall design of the phone. For such price point, you wouldn't really expect to get such a modern phone like this. You get awesome large screen, and there's barely any bezels on this phone. Even the front camera not notch, but this punch out hole, it's very tiny, and yeah, something like you'd only get on flagship phones. Yeah, the experience really is that nice on this phone. Doesn't really feel like a cheap phone at all. And number four is battery on this phone. The Nokia 3.4 has got 4000 mAh battery, and it says on it that it's a 2-day battery life. However, I have found that this phone actually lasts longer than 2 days. If you don't really use that much, I can easily get like at least 5 or 6 days on this phone, with only checking email and stuff like that. So yeah, the battery on this phone is really excellent. Also, the battery charges really fast on this phone. By the way, if you want to see the full battery test, check out my channel where I will post this battery test. And yeah, even when you are playing high demanding games, the phone just keeps running, and the battery drain is very low on this phone indeed. It has got a fairly power efficient CPU, so that helps as well. Overall, the battery on this phone is really one of the main selling points on this phone. Number five is dual SIM cards on this Nokia phone. As you can see, it's got slots for 2 SIM cards, and you can basically use 2 SIMs on this phone at the same time. Also, you can expand memory on this phone, so you can practically get unlimited storage in this phone. Again, you rarely get this stuff on ultra premium phones. However, on this budget phone, you actually get all that, so that's really cool. Number 6 is the Android One operating system on this phone. As you can see, there are barely any bloatware on this phone, and there are barely any pre-installed apps. The only pre-installed apps that I was able to find is this Amazon shopping app. Apart from that, it's completely clean system, and it's a joy to use, as unlike some other phones such as Xiaomi, for example, which load huge amounts of bloatware on the phones, and they are really hard to use. This one is extremely easy to use. Again, there are no junk on this phone. There are again no ads on this phone, like some phones for some reason place ads in their native apps, which they preload on these phones. But this one is completely clean. Also, the operating system is incredibly fast and smooth as well. With Android One, you get near stock Android experience. You get some a bit a bit tiny tweaks for, especially for Nokia, but yeah, it's almost stock Android experience, and that's really cool, and probably one of the biggest pluses of this phone. Number 7 is performance and specifications on this Nokia 3.4. As you see, it has got 3 gigs of RAM. Also, some models come even with 4 gigabytes of RAM. You also get a Snapdragon 460 processor, which is fairly decent for pretty much anything. In some larger games, the loading speeds are a bit slower than on the, for example, Nokia 5.4, which has got a bit better processor. However, in everyday usage, you barely see the difference. Number 8 are speakers and display on this Nokia phone. Even if you only get one speaker on this Nokia phone down here, the speaker is very loud and the sound quality is very nice as well. Even from the headphone jack, the sound quality is superb on this phone. The sound can get very loud. Yeah, the sound quality is nice. It's very loud speaker on this phone, and the sound, even at the high levels, is fairly good. And same for the display of this phone. Apart from the viewing angles not being the best on this phone, the screen itself and the colors on it are very nice. And yeah, you get a really nice screen on this phone, which is really hard to actually get on such a cheap phone such as this. And Nokia has done a really good job with the screen, even though it's only 720p and not supposedly better resolutions. It's perfectly fine for this phone, and even if you are scrolling news, and you can stuff plenty of things on this phone and display. Yeah, it's a very good display for this phone, I would say. And number 9 are all the additional X's that you actually get on this Nokia 3.4. You get a fingerprint reader, which is fairly good on this phone. To get a fingerprint reader on 99-pound phone, yeah, that's quite impressive. And the camera on it also has got even night sight, which is incredible considering this phone costs a little. You only get such features on the really high-end flagship phones. And you even get dedicated assistant button over here, which is incredibly nice. Set alarm for 7 AM.
Done. Your alarm's set for tomorrow at 7 AM.
As well. And yeah, it's just that cool that you get such nice features on this budget phone such as this Nokia 3.4. So if you are looking for an excellent build quality phone which has got really nice design and also really good build quality, dual SIM cards, very decent screen, very decent speakers, and again decent specifications phone, and all of that for such a low price point, then I really don't think you can get a better phone than this. And Nokia has certainly done a great job on this phone. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos about the Nokia 3.4, then make sure to subscribe, as I'll be releasing them very soon. See you!